Hey everybody of YouTube and the Minecraft PS4 community, however small we might be. I know I don't actually make any kind of serious content on this channel, but for anyone out there that's searching, because I know you're out there because I'm one of you, for a movable TNT duper in Minecraft PS4 edition that works as of this video being uploaded. This is it. It's based on a design by a YouTube channel. Let me just look this up real quick. I believe it's Calotron Plays. I'm glad I had to do a second take here because now I am saying the name of that channel right. Anyway, huge shout out to him for making the general TNT duper, which I'll show off his design right here. And what I did was I took that design and added a movable component to it. So this is it right here. It works just like any old TNT duper that you may have seen on PC videos lately. You're just going to spam an input on a sticky piston that'll keep moving this whole chunk of slime blocks back and forth, and it'll keep dropping TNT. Super useful if you want to make, clear out a lot of land to make farms and stuff like that. Super useful for those kinds of things. Or if you just feel like tearing a giant hole in the ground, this is the way to do it. So, as you can see here, this is the piece that Calotron put together, but right here you can see the movable component that I added. So let me just show you how this works real quick, and then I'll show you how to build it. So, say, you've done all the duping you want to do right there, and that'll clear out all that down there. Well, at least some of it. But for the sake of example, we'll just move on. Normally, you would want to keep breaking until you go all the way to bedrock. Assuming. Don't let me tell you what to do. Anyway, so to move this, first you're going to start by powering this piston. And that's going to move the whole thing forward. Notice that it broke the lever on this, and also that it duped the TNT. Normally, TNT duping shouldn't be an issue. I recommend picking up levers. This isn't the cleanest way to do it, but it works. That's the most important thing. And I don't know if there's a way to improve this system, so if anyone can think of anything, please let me know. But regardless, moving on, then you're going to power this piston, which will then move the sticky or the slime block towards the regular piston, unpower it, and then you're going to use this piston to push the whole system forward. And we've just moved it forward a block. So just to show that again, it's going to go again. And all we're doing is powering and unpowering each one of these pistons. And then, say you're in survival, you can use this piston that's now out here as a stepping stone to get on top of the whole thing. And then you could throw your lever down and start spamming. I recommend, if you're pretty close to the surface with your duper, definitely be careful with the first few TNT you drop, because otherwise TNT might fly up and break either your platform or the whole TNT duper itself, and we don't want that. So now that you know how it works, I'm going to show you how to build the thing. So first I'm just going to show you the duping component. So if you don't even want a movable one, you can use this design and it'll work perfectly okay. Let me just make sure I'm seeing this right. Okay, yeah. So, Calotron, I believe I'm remembering that right. I hope so. His design starts out with this kind of template, but I find the easiest way to build it from this point on is just to layer this on top of it. So just to review, we have a U shape here if we're looking at it from this side, and then when you're looking at it from this angle, you have a C shape. And the reason we put this other layer on is because we actually have to sort of break it apart and then combine it together to make it to work. Because otherwise, the things that we're trying to exploit here aren't really going to work. So we're going to shave the C shape away, just like that. And then we're going to keep the U, but break the lower left part of it. And then when we look at the C, we want to break the upper left part of it. So you can see, eventually these things will combine together and make the shape that we're seeing on the completed version. So, the next steps from here are pretty simple. You're just going to throw down two, what the hell are these even called? Detector rails. And then throw down a minecart on that one. And now, we'll throw our TNT down on the side of the other detector rail, so it floats right there. And then, we're going to get our sticky piston. Throw it down right there. And then this is the duper. It's going to work just like this. So just to show you that it works, perfectly good. And you'll notice the first time I extended it forward, the minecart here kind of slid forward into this block. Don't worry about that, that's normal. It'll fix itself after the first few uses. And you can see it's moving around a little bit, but it's not going anywhere. And those are doing their job. So now I want to show you the movable component of this, which is kind of a separate thing that works of its own accord. So we're just going to throw a regular piston down here. Now keep in mind, this one is sticky, this one is regular, just so no one's getting confused. Okay, so now you're going to put these two slime blocks here. And you want two observers with the redstone output facing upward, which means that the observer parts are actually facing down. And now you want to be careful. You're putting a sticky piston facing into this block, but you want to make sure you don't place it right here. Or place any block there for a matter of fact, because then that will set off the TNT, and then you'll have to rebuild this whole duping section. So make sure you don't place any blocks right where I have my cursor on right now. So when you place a sticky piston, you definitely want to go underneath and place it on the bottom of that observer. So now we need to set up our regular piston, which is going to be right here. And now at this point, you can see that this pretty much resembles exactly what we have on the other side. Yeah, good. I didn't screw it up this time. Like I said, I had to do a second take because I actually put a block right here, which helped me learn of this problem right here. So actually, it's probably more of a good thing that that happened anyway. So now we have the same exact design that we have over there. And just to show you once again before I go, just so we're all clear on how to move it, you're going to push or power this piston, which is then going to move the whole, set. And then we'll power this piston, unpower it to pull this piston, and then we'll power that piston and unpower it to push the whole thing forward. And then, of course, yeah, you're back to square one. And then, once you move it to where you want, you throw down your lever, and then you just spam it. And TNT is all yours to go. So, this is my first time doing any kind of tutorial, so if you liked it, let me know. If there's anything I could have done better, if you have any ideas on how to prove this, let me know, because I would definitely like to figure out a better version. By the way, last second thing that I almost forgot. This current design only moves in one direction. You could probably have it go the opposite way just by setting up the same kind of component on the other side, and maybe even have the trigger for the duping mechanism on this side. I don't think there'd be any problems with that. So you can also move it in the opposite direction that I showed you. However, as far as I can tell right now, moving it in any other direction will cause the minecart and the rail right here to break, which will then render the whole contraption useless. So if anyone has any ideas on how to solve that issue, that would be really cool to know. So, but until then, thanks for watching. Thank you.